Easter Sunday. I don't know how many of you are aware of this, but our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, when he first started the Church of Religious Science, thought of it as a Christian church. He took the philosophies of many other philosophies and religions and incorporated them. But he thought this was a Christian church. And if you look at the back of the Science of Mind textbook, you will see how much of it, there's a whole section on Jesus back there. So when people ask me what it is we believe, what it is we teach, my elevator speech, you got to have one of those, is most think of Jesus as the great exception. We think of him as the great example. And that's what he preached. What he preached was that this and greater ye shall do. What he preached was that we're no different. We all have this entranceway into that place of knowing the true divine power within us. We all have this power, this presence, this beauty, this awe within every cell of our body. This is what he preached. He would be shocked to see the way he was used today. Of course, that's my opinion on the matter. I wasn't there. But what we're dealing with here is the idea, the concept, the belief that each of us carries this truth. Each of us carries within us this power, this presence. Now, not everybody likes that idea. There's a lot of resistance about it. I might have told you this story, but when I was auditioning drummers back in Asheville, a drummer came in for the audition and asked me, well, what do you believe here? When I told him that we believe that we are responsible for the creation of our lives. We believe that through being responsible for the creation of our lives, we can create a life of wonder and beauty. Well, this guy looked at me and said, there's no way I'm taking responsibility for my life, and ran out of there. He was a big guy too. Seeing him run that fast, I was like, wow, that's impressive. When we think about it, when Jesus was first bringing forth all this stuff, they nailed him to a cross. That's resistance. This is what goes on. And so maybe in you're feeling a little bit of this resistance, right? The idea that you are that powerful. You are that anointed one. You are that one that all of us are, that have the power of the universe within us. Gandhi, he spoke of oneness. He said Hindus and Muslims and Christians were all one. They shot him. Martin Luther King, blacks and whites are all one. They shot him. There's a lot of resistance here around this. The last time I did this ritual, 12 people in the congregation bolted out of the room when we started because they were unwilling to accept their own personal power. You are this power. That's what he preached. You are this magnificence. That's what he preached. So we come together here today to celebrate the fact, not whether he actually rose from the tomb or not. That's irrelevant to the fact that this is springtime. This is a time of rebirth and renewal. This is a time when we get to reignite our belief to our power and our presence. How do you feel about doing that? I'm looking for some feedback here. Are you up for this? Are you up for taking it on, actually taking in this wonderment? I looked into the history of anointing. Long before Jesus, anointing was something done in Egypt. As far back as writing goes, as far back as recorded history, there was a time of anointing. And so it's a ritual that is carried down through the ages, and that I bring to you today as a way for you to remember the truth of who you are, to take in as this being the first day you get to start again. Whether you've taken in before or not, it's not as important as today. Because today is the first day of the rest of your life. So our first ritual is going to look like this. We're going to start out with the musicians and the practitioners. They're going to step up. And I'm going to anoint somebody who's then, and now you can put up those words. And when I anoint them, I'm going to say this: you are the anointed one. You have the power of the universe within you. Now, if you feel any resistance to this, check that out, because you are that powerful. Take it in. And so I'm going to anoint somebody. They're going to breathe this in. They're going then to turn and do the anointing to the next person, who's then going to do the anointing to the next person. And once we finish with the musicians, they're going to come up here and start playing some beautiful music for you here. The face of God, which is who you are. And this is going to go on with people until all the practitioners are anointed, and then they're going to come out and anoint one of you, two of you, maybe three of you, who are then going to take it in, take the time after you have been anointed, take a breath, breathe it in before you take the bowl of oil and turn to the next person. Now, the other piece of this in the anointing is one drop. One drop. We're not spritzing anybody here today. And put it on their third eye. Okay? That's what they're going to do to you. Put it on your third eye. Just one drop. It's organic extra virgin olive oil. It's kind of hilarious that it's extra virgin, but you know. But that's what we're doing here today. Is everybody in? All right. Good. All right, so I invite the practitioners up now and the band. Come on down. And form a line on two sides of me. Doesn't matter which side you take, just form a line on both sides. You are the anointed one. You have the power of the universe within you. You are the anointed one. You have the power of the universe within you. Here, why don't you go anoint her? Here. Once you've been anointed, you can sit down. Once you've been anointed, you can sit down. Nice and slow. Take it in. Don't rush this. Thank you. You are the anointed one. The power of the universe is within you. You take this in, breathe this in. You are the anointed one. The power of the universe is within you. Put your hands over your heart as we reprise Face of God one more time. Nice and light. Nice and light.
Face of God, I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
Now repeat after me. I am the face of God. I am the anointed one. The power of the universe is within me. And so it is. Okay, so now you have taken this in, this power, this presence. Now it's time to use it. If you're going to have all this power, you might as well use it. So what we're going to do now is a planting of seeds. The intention ritual. This is a planting of your intentions. This is a time to plant those seeds of what it is your greatest dream is. You have the power of the universe within you. So this is not a time for small dreams. This is a time for big dreams. This is a time to open up to the highest and best for you and this world. And you know, the funny thing about planting the seeds of our intentions is that when they start to grow, a lot of times we do not see that first growth because it is underground. It is in our unconscious. It is going on in ways that we can't see. And in those times, the seeds of doubt may get planted that grow into the weeds of doubt. And then, instead of focusing on our intention, we spend all our time pulling out weeds. Now, pulling them out is better than getting lost in the weeds. So today we begin the process of planting those seeds of our biggest dreams. And then it's your job to carry forth in watching the doubts. Change your thinking, change your life. Watching the doubts. And when they start showing up, pull that weed as often as you need to stay focused on the fact that you are this powerful, creative spiritual being, that you are the anointed one, that you have the power of the universe within you. When you doubt, remember that. That's what can carry you through. So what we're going to do here, and once again, the practitioners and the musicians will start it, is come up to these planters. Grab a seed. Don't care which one you grab. Don't care which planter you put it in. What I care about is you take a moment when you're holding that seed to place your intention on it. And then put it in the dirt, knowing it is now up to you to nurture it, to bring it forth. You have the power of the universe within you. This is not a time for small dreams. This is a time of knowing our highest and best. Once all the practitioners and the band have gone, then we'll make a line up the center aisle. You'll get in that line and you'll take your turn at the planter. There's 4 planters, there's 3 bowls to pull seeds. So at least 3 of you could be going at once. You ready to plant your intentions? Let's do this thing. Practitioners, go on up, grab a seed, place your intention on it, and then push it in the dirt. If you have more than one great big intention, feel free to do more than one. You're not stuck with one here. There's plenty of seeds. So why don't you guys line up in the center aisle so that we can model what this is going to look like for everybody else. Push it in. Excellent. Take a moment to really place your intention on it. Don't rush this. So you have taken in as yourself as the anointed one. You have planted your intentions. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. We start fresh now. And that's the beautiful part of life, is that in any moment, you can start fresh now. We get to do that. We get to do it all the time, and we just got to do it today. We're going to take care of these guys, and when they flourish, we'll bring them back out here so you can see the flourishing, the colors, man. I love the colors. I want to thank you. I want to thank the band. That was beautiful. My wife. And all of you for showing up today. All of you for showing up, for being willing to take your next step. None of this happens without all of us. We are absolutely in this together, and I am so grateful to be in it with you. Thank you.